Sunday night, the only bar where you won't see a fight. Just sitting down to shoot the shit, from ice cold beers to politics. Plane, train, bus, or in your car, you're always at home at the Real Bar.
Sponsored by the Palisades Hotel Bar and Grill.
What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of the Real Bar Podcast, Season 2. I'm here with my co-host, RJ Ferrucci. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? We have a good one for you today.
We got a great one. Our guest this week, ladies and gentlemen, is Bill Vinci. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much, man. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I know
Thanks
RJ
for having me today. Looking forward to it.
For sure. It should be fun. For any of you guys that don't know, Bill Vinci, he'll get into his backstory a little more, but he's actually the Empire Plate guy. That's what I'm going to refer to him as. Yeah. We had the Core Life girl. We got the Empire Plate guy. So just with that statement right there being said, can you kind of speak on what Empire Plate is, how it started, just a little backstory on it?
Absolutely. So I grew up in a family-owned Italian restaurant in Rome, Vinci's Restaurant. We were open three generations, about 60 years. And so I basically grew up in diapers in the restaurant business, so that's all I knew growing up. About 6 years ago, me and my son came up with an idea of a way to give back to mom and pop family restaurants. There's so many big chain restaurants opening up all over the place. It's kind of hurting the family-owned restaurants. So we wanted to do something to kind of help promote them. And we started a little YouTube video. First place we did was Fresh Mex, Chip Travis's place.
Hey.
Go
back,
yeah.
RJ worked there for a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
I worked there, yep.
That was awesome. I asked Chip, I said, listen, we're doing something new. We want to try it. Can we try you first? He goes, absolutely. And they fed me like kings. And to this day, Chip still gets on me. He goes, you're always doing something to get free food. I go, you're the one who started this. You got me in your place. But it's just really taken off. And, we kind of focus on how they started the restaurant, the type of food they have. We sample a lot of food, of course. That's a big part of it, as I can see. It's a great thing. And, we just kind of find out a little bit why people go there. We interview customers. We show food coming out. We show people taking big bites of food. And the show's just really gotten bigger and bigger over the years. We're just finishing up Season 5.
Jeez.
And to this day, we've done 285 different restaurants.
Holy
Wow.
crap. Congratulations.
So,
That's crazy.
long story short there is he's eating good.
I'm eating good. I'm eating a lot. Yes.
How often do you go to the grocery store at this point?
You know what? To be honest, I used to shop almost every day. Now I got so many leftovers. We did a show last night in Oswego. I brought home scallops. I brought home shrimp. I brought home some lobster. And it was like, so I'm making meals. I don't have to buy many groceries anymore. I used to love to cook, but now I just rather eat and have it made up for me.
Who the hell's got it better than
There's
you?
not many that got better than me.
Oh.
It's a beautiful thing.
Oh.
It really is.
So let me ask. So you said you go to these restaurants and you kind of promote like small town like restaurants and businesses sort of thing.
Yep.
When you got into it with Fresh Mix, was it more of like I guess basically what I'm asking is how do these like restaurants, where's your credibility come from? So I know now you have a lot.
Right,
back then, how are they like,
it was
I'll
tough.
give you a free meal?
Yeah, absolutely. It was tough because, like you said, you got to start small.
Yeah.
And doing a couple local places, which we did here locally. We did Fresh Mex. We did the Vigneto, which was a local place.
Yep.
Boys from Italy. We did the Mill, which was the old Vinci's. And we did a place out in Camden, Nicole's.
Okay.
My cousin Eddie Arcuri's place. So getting some local places in, and we started slow. I got my the door slammed in my face quite a few times. Hung up on. People think I'm a telemarketer, and then trying to explain what I do and what I'm trying to promote. I go, we're not here to we're here to make a few bucks, but we also want to promote your restaurant. And like I said, now it's easy. I'm having restaurants reach out to me. We've done shows from Oswego to Cortland to Brooklyn to Saratoga, Albany, and now we're all over New York State right now. So it's taken off. Like you said, credibility is huge. 285 episodes in 5 seasons. I think we got a little behind us.
285?
285. We're gonna hit 300
Wow.
this year.
We're on like 15, and I thought we were doing good.
15.
Yeah, you start slow. To be honest with you, we averaged about 40 to 42 shows every season, 1 through 4. This year, we've actually filmed and booked 85. So we doubled it in 1 year. We're probably going to hit triple figures this year. So more and more people are jumping on board with it and stuff. So,
Jesus. I guess I want to get this out of the way early, just like you said, based on how I was feeling. So everyone knows, and I'll do a quick shout out. We normally do it towards the end. Palisades Hotel Bar and Grill is our sponsor. We appreciate everything they do for us, and today they provided us with a little bit of food. Obviously, Bill loves food. He eats all over the place. We have some stuff for ourselves here too. But I believe the burger we had made is the Kickin' Barbecue burger, I believe.
Kickin' Bourbon Barbecue.
Kickin' Bourbon Barbecue burger.
So you
we
got
had
a half-pound burger with, I don't even know how much pulled pork, bacon, and I believe some mozzarella cheese or provolone cheese on there, under 2 toasted buns. It's a big boy sandwich.
Yeah, so it was actually specially made today for Bill. Our sponsors gave it to us based on the episode. We told him we wanted something good. So he actually ate dinner prior to coming here. So we won't be offended by the size of bite you take. But let's get like a little bit of review here if you can.
All right. Now, I'm just going to bring up something before I take a bite of this burger. The Palisades was our 5th show we ever did.
Oh, man.
Just to go back. So we did a wing eating challenge there.
Yeah.
Who could eat the most hot wings? And we went in the back, and your dad kind of provided how we put it together. I took one bite. I almost instantly threw up. It was so hot. So I said, I'm out. One wing, and I was out. But I think we had 5 people finish their wings. He did have a bottle in the back with like a triple X on the back. We don't know what was in that, and he wouldn't spill the beans on it. So
that same bottle's probably still sitting there.
On that, but I don't think
I
I'm
wouldn't.
not sure. I think it's confidential. I don't think
I wouldn't say anything. I'd leave it at that because the wings were fantastic. Everybody had a great time. So you're going back 5 years, and that was one of our first our shows that we did. So
that's crazy.
You know which one I remember the most, actually?
What's
the
that?
ice cream one.
The ice cream
with
challenge?
Sam Mazzaferro and I can't remember who else.
Oh, yes.
Was it Chris Uvani?
It was Chris
did it,
Uvani,
and they
yes.
won.
They won.
They won
and
the
they
whole
didn't
thing.
throw up, which was kind of surprising.
They ate, how much ice cream was it?
Oh, it was insane. It was bowls. I mean, they were picking up with their hands and putting it in their mouth. It was a disgusting mess, but they had fun. They've actually done a couple food challenges with us. We did those prior, the first few years we did them. We haven't done one this season, but they're always fun to do, just to kind of mix it up. I'll tell you guys a little story when we get back after I try this burger here about a wing challenge that we did in Baldwinsville. It's the sickest thing we've ever done. So,
for anyone who's not watching on YouTube right now,
you're
not
missing
gonna,
a good bite here.
You're not going to see or hear this. You might hear it. He's going to take a bite of this burger. We're going to do it Dave Portnoy style. So we're going to do one bite. Everyone knows the rules.
One bite, everybody knows.
We want to hear his rating on it, 1 to 10.
First of all, I got to tell you, the thing weighs about 5 pounds. I could do fucking curls with this thing and get a good workout in. Now, right off the bat, first thing I can smell is that barbecue sauce, the bacon. It's a sweet barbecue sauce. I mean, this thing is heavy. So I'm going to look for the best bite where I'm going to get the bacon and I'm going to get some. Here we go. Here's a shot right here.
Oh, he found it.
Now, not only did he give me the burger, but there's these little, what are these things over here?
You got buffalo tater tots.
Buffalo
New
tater
to the
tots.
Those are
Palisades.
insane.
Oh, it's new.
They're brand new. Brand new.
Brand new.
Brand new.
And we got a little dipping sauce for them.
Yep.
All right. So if you guys are just listening to me, you may actually hear me take a bite of this. I'm going to get as close to the mic as possible
He's
without getting
ripping
barbecue
into it.
sauce on the mic. So
That's all right.
here we go.
Here's the bite, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
He's chewing. This is gonna be good. And it was one bite, just so everyone knows. One bite. Everyone knows the rules.
One
We're
bite,
gonna get a 1 to 10. 1 to 10 score from
All right.
him.
Sweet. A good sweet barbecue sauce. Bacon is crisp, just the way I like it. Burger cooked perfect. About medium. Wow. That's one of the things I think I've never had at the Palisades was a burger. I got my standards, my fickle finger of fate, the fate of the peak.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
Of course.
Yep.
So now bringing me this burger, I got to tell you. Man, that's I almost want to take one more bite just to get a good score.
We can do another bite.
We'll
We
do
can
one more
break
bite.
the rules. We can break the rules.
We can break the rules on this
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Just one more
We
bite.
gotta break
I'll
the
take
rules.
a small bite because there's a lot of different flavors in this.
That thing looks insane.
That is if you can see the back of that thing bulging out, holy.
Dude, I'm about to bring that up to the camera actually while he chews.
Show the back of that thing to it.
Take that. Give him a nice peek of that.
And I must mention, the pulled pork just got off the smoker this morning.
Oh, it did. Oh, so it's about
About
fresh.
36 hours in the smoker, pulled pork, big old butt.
I just had a nice piece. It was a nice bark on it. It was nice and crisp. Man, I gotta tell you, let's review this. 1
Here
through
we go.
10.
1 to
We've all
10.
been
No
waiting
no
for it.
rookie scores. We'll see if he knows what that
rookie
means.
Score. Oh, no rookie scores.
No rookie scores.
I gotta tell you, this is gonna be the first
Uh-oh.
number I've ever given for him. I've said best burgers at places we've eaten, best wings, but I'm actually giving a score here. So let's go with a man. I tell you, that's actually really good. I'm gonna go with an 8.2.
Oh,
Solid.
my goodness.
Wow.
Solid burger.
And that's not a rookie number either.
No,
8.2.
not at all.
You know he thought about that.
Yeah.
Not like-
That's a really good burger.
No, that's a
it's
wicked good
unique.
score.
It's different. The pulled pork, the bacon, I like it all. The cheese on it, it's cooked. See, the thing, it's cooked nice. Look at that. It's medium. It's juicy, so it's not overcooked. 8.2. I'm sticking with it.
That's an 8.2,
Right.
and that's been sitting here for almost 25 minutes too. Imagine if he was
Did
sitting in
wait
the
a
bar.
little bit. The drive over, the sitting out
Yeah.
while we set up.
That's a
8.2.
strong 8.2.
All right, we gotta get into logistics here.
What's
All
up?
right. What would make the burger over the top for you?
Oh,
if you
man.
had those ingredients, though, you can't change the ingredients, but like you could add something to it. What would take
Adding
it over the
something
top?
to it. Wow.
I'm talking send it to the moon for you.
Boy,
I mean,
that's
onion ring, or I don't even know. I'm just spitballing here.
I mean, onion ring. I mean, it's like a rodeo burger. I mean, it's this doesn't have the pulled pork, so you could add a couple onion rings in there to give it a little sweetness from the onion. I wouldn't do too much more with it. I think if you put, it's got great combination of flavors the way it is. Onion ring, I could see in there. Wait a minute, I actually got something a little bit better. Right? Mozzarella sticks.
Holy.
Mozzarella sticks on the burger. Now you get that gooey cheese. Put a couple three mozzarella sticks across the top. There it is, right there.
Imagine you bite into that thing.
Now, not only you getting the sweetness of the sauce, but you get the saltiness of the mozzarella stick, the burger, the bacon. Yeah,
That would be insane.
I can see
Pretty
that. 'Cause
insane.
It breaks it up a little bit.
It
breaks,
does.
You want to break that palate
you
up just
do
a little bit.
Right. Now you're getting multiple flavors all in one bite.
And that's like a tease too. You don't put any cheese on the burger at all, and you just put
do
the three sticks.
Yeah.
You take that bite, you still don't have any cheese until you get inside.
Until you open that,
Yeah.
Oh,
that
actually,
bite.
That'd be nuts.
That could be a new sandwich at the Palisades, the Empire Plate Burger, right there.
Empire. Hey,
Dude.
We've had other places name dishes and drinks after the show. You never know.
honestly,
That dude
That
sounds.
could be-
if anyone knows me, they know my favorite food is a mozzarella stick. That's it.
It is.
That's it. I'll throw a mozz stick
On anything.
on
You
anything.
can
I'll
throw
eat it
one
for
on
dinner.
anything.
Don't care.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So that was just a semi-quick segment. We just obviously wanted to shout out the sponsor, and we wanted to get a pretty legitimate review on some of the food they have there. So if you ever have time, stop by Rome, New York. It's James Street at the Palisades Hotel Bar and Grill. Get yourself something to eat, something to drink. We do have something for Bill. I don't know if you brought it. You probably forgot it again, didn't
I
you?
didn't.
You didn't forget?
No, I didn't bring it this time.
I knew it. You never bring it.
Look. We're always shooting these things about 5:30. I'm rushing out of work. I'm getting food, this, that. And
You're horrible.
the people on this show will get.
Well,
their
yeah,
gifts.
obviously. So
Mine is the question, I guess.
for you, I wish we had it to hand you. I say this every time because RJ forgets. We have $10 gift card to the Palisades,
nice.
redeemable whenever. Just something to
Drinks,
kind
food,
of
whatever you wanna do.
Nice.
say thank you for coming on, obviously.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And then we're gonna kind of jump right back into it with the more serious of questions. So before we started eating, we were just talking about how you like to promote small businesses and restaurants, and like how you kind of like broke ground and started. And the next question I had for you is, what did you do prior to this Empire Plate? Do you still do those things, or is Empire Plate kind of your full-time gig now?
Yeah, so before Empire Plate, I was working for FedEx.
Okay.
And I was working there for about 3 years until I injured my back. And I was actually about 90% disabled. Real bad back injury. Couldn't do any lifting. Got laid off after about 6 months. So doctor said no more heavy lifting for you, which I've always done a lot of heavy lifting. Even waiting tables, carrying dishes out with some. He said you really should stay off your feet. So 44 years old, I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do now? I went back to college. MVCC, took marketing, advertising classes, worked my tail off, passed the courses I needed to pass, failed the other courses miserably, social studies, science, all the other nonsense. But I passed all the marketing things that I needed, and I came up with the idea. I was at MV. My son was at SUNY Poly. I called him up one day on break. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Just getting ready to go into class." I said, "Well, sit down for a minute. I got an idea." And we talked it over. I said, "Why don't we do a show kind of like Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives, but do mom and pop restaurants here in central New York?" He goes, "Dad, we know nothing about filming, editing, all that stuff, being on camera." I said, "I'm going to learn." And that's what I did. I kind of self-taught myself. I had a great professor at MVCC, Ben Dewar. Definitely want to give him a shout-out if he's listens to this or watches it. Ben was a great teacher, pro wrestler, by the way.
Wow.
Wrestled guys like Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Really?
Yeah, he was a teacher at MV, and he was fantastic. Actually, the first day of class when I walk in and he's sitting in his outfit. I'll show you guys a picture after. So you walk in and it looks like some guy from Saddam or Saddam. It was like an Islamic figure.
Yep.
Has the long beard, has the thing over his head. I go, what the hell am I walking into? One of the best teachers I ever had, helped me learn this whole process of how we got started in this. I always thank him a lot for helping me out. So that's kind of how we got started. It was a freak accident work. Maybe go back to school and kind of come up with this idea.
That's cool. So you said you went to your son with this idea, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you said it. I might have just not heard it. How old was he at the time?
He was, just graduated from MV. So he was at SUNY Poly in his first year. So he probably was about 20 years old at the time.
And you came to him with this idea, and you just self-taught each other?
Self-taught each other. We'd meet for coffee once a week. We'd jot down things of how we wanted to do the show and the way to improve. We still do it. 5 years later, we still meet for coffee every couple of weeks, and we try to always figure out how to improve the show, do some different things, and it's worked. Now he's a Utica fireman, so I don't have him as much, which kind of hurts me on the show because that means I have to eat more food. And I don't have him beside me helping me out. But he's been great in the process too. I mean, he's actually learned to try a lot of foods that he would have never touched before.
Yeah.
So it definitely opens up your taste buds to a whole nother world. So pretty cool.
Do you have something? You were gonna say something? Yeah.
So if your son's Ryan, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cause we used to be me and my friends. So who's doing your production? Who's there with you? You have like a team, or is it what's going on with that?
We basically had one guy who worked with me from season 1 to season 4 was Dave Nadal, and Dave was great. He was actually had to self-teach himself a little bit. He knew how to film and how to edit, but he took some years off. He was across the country, but he came back and he learned it, and he did a great job with us. And we had him for about 4 years. But now we got Lafayette Cunningham, who's taken over full time, and he does all our filming, all the production, all the editing, and he definitely helps out when we're filming at places. He comes up with some ideas of where I should sit, where I should stand, maybe where I should do the opening stuff. So it's basically just the three of us that work on the show. Small crew. That's
awesome. Another question I had written down that kind of ties into this is, so back when you started, or even to this day, I guess, it kind of ties in what RJ just said. How did you learn about social media? Because from when you started to now, it's changed so much. I mean, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, Snapchat. I mean, and you do a great job at promoting yourself and getting people to come look at your stuff. So do you do your own social media? Does someone do it for you? Has your son taught you? How did you get that kind of new school vibe?
That was probably one of the hardest parts because, I mean, like you said, I kind of learned it on my own. I learned it at college. Professor told us some quick hints on what to use and how to use it. My son obviously knew a lot more than I did, so we just kind of really been pushing it. Instagram's obviously a big one for us because we put a lot of pictures of all the food we have up. Twitter I don't use as much as I should, and I know that's probably an important one, but I'm just not good at using Twitter yet. I can't get enough followers on Twitter. I don't know what it is, but that could reach the right person, especially with a food show that everybody uses that. Facebook's our biggest one. We have almost 11,000 followers on our Facebook page, on the Empire Plate page, and LinkedIn. I promote on there because we get a lot of business places reaching out to me. So I've kind of learned it a lot on my own with the help of Professor and my son.
That's cool.
I have noticed one thing about some of your marketing strategies, and I think it's really, really, really clever, is that you'll post up a video from a month ago, right? and you'd be like, all right, we're almost at this number. Come on, share to this.
Yes.
And that incentivizes people to share to that number. It's like, oh, I want to help them break that benchmark.
Right.
And I know you're doing that on purpose because when you set goals, people want to help.
Absolutely.
And then when you put it there, you're like, all right, hopefully I'll get to this number. That's exactly where I want to be.
Are you talking like a shares or a like sort of thing?
Yes, exactly.
I watch a lot of like just YouTube content, just vloggers, anything, any type of YouTube, and a lot of their kind of like strategies they use is let's get this video to 20,000 likes, and if you do, I'll do a video of me jumping off like something crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it literally, like you said, gives them an incentive. Like, hey, if you help me here, maybe you'll see me at this restaurant next. Something like that. It's a good strategy.
And I try to tell restaurant owners, the workers, listen, when I post a video, if it's 5 months out, you go back on and you put a comment on it. Next thing you know, it gets back in the news feed. And I'll go on in all the videos, I'll just write a little comment. Hey, you guys are ranked, because I have a top 20. Top 20 most viewed episodes. And I'm competitive. If I own the restaurant, I want to be that number one video. So we have a place, our highest viewed episode from this season, it's been out about 8 months, is the Oxbow, and it's got 34,000 views in 8 months.
And where's that?
This is in Oxbow, New York. I couldn't even tell you. It's going out towards, like Pleasant Lake Inn, out that way. It's probably about an hour and a half, hour 45-minute drive from here. Cortland, there's a place called Hyde's Diner. It just reached our 30,000.
I went to school in Cortland.
You went to school there, so you might have spent a few days there. Just a mother and her 3 daughters. Small little place, but over 30,000 views. And you just got to keep sharing. And I do giveaways all the time. So I'll say, hey, if you share this post, tag 5 friends. In a week, I'll draw one name. You'll get a free meal from one of the restaurants, or you'll win this. Now we got a new Empire Plate gear website. You can order mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, leggings, sweatpants. And I'm going to be we got brand new shirts that we just released yesterday. I posted them today. And I'm going to do something. If you buy a t-shirt, and you take a picture and tag us in it, every month I'll draw one name, and you'll get to come to dinner on the house with me at one of our shows.
It's another great marketing strategy.
Okay, well, while we're here in this, plug your website and plug your Instagram too. I didn't even know you had an Instagram, and I want to add it. I didn't know that.
All right, so
I was on it today.
Oh, you were? So you saw a few of the pictures.
I do my research.
You got see, that's good. He does his research. So Facebook, obviously, it's the Empire Plate. You can go to us, give us a like. We're only about 30 likes away from 11,000, so maybe people listening to this and watch it will hit that tonight. Instagram is the Empire Plate. Find us there. Twitter, the Empire Plate. LinkedIn, just under Bill Vinci, but you'll find all my videos and stuff under there. We also have another Facebook page called Vinci Music Promotion Entertainment. That one, I just strictly put all our videos, because my page, the Empire Plate, we get sponsors. I post them. I post where we're filming next. If you just want to watch 250 videos, go to Vinci's Music Promotion, and you can just scroll down and watch video after video. So those are all the sites that we got.
Everyone go try to follow those, subscribe, whatever they may be. Give them a like, whatever it is. And let's try to boost their likes and engagement and stuff like that. Help them out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. One thing, I should have said this in the beginning. So your last name is Vinci, so you're related to Valerie?
Val's my cousin. Yep.
All right, so I'm actually dating her daughter, Deanna.
I did know that.
Did you?
I did. I was going to talk to you about that. I was going to bring that up, but I didn't want to do it because
No, I was going to bring it up in the beginning, but I didn't know if you knew. I didn't know how I was going to incorporate it.
I did know.
So yeah.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah? All right.
I've seen pictures.
But
she's a good girl.
Yeah. Love her to death. To get back on track, so yeah, we can't stay on. Hey, that's
you bailed out of that one quick.
RJ, isn't that our number one rule on this podcast?
What?
We don't talk about our relationships.
Nope.
No,
it's
bad. That's a good deal.
You can't do it.
That's about that.
That's our number one rule.
I'm just gonna sit on this Instagram and look at all this food.
So while he looks at your Instagram, you were kind of talking about a lot earlier how you do it to make a couple bucks, but also you do it to promote the businesses.
That's right.
So now I'm assuming this is like your job. It's what you do. I don't need a figure or anything. That's rude to ask, but like, do you make enough money to where it's the same as like having a regular job? Like, if you get what I'm saying without asking a dollar amount.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to work your tail off. Just doing a show. I mean, depending how many shows you do in a month. I mean, if we do about 6 shows a month, I could survive. I could pay all my bills. I have a few dollars left over. But we try to get sponsors to put their ad in an episode. So here's another way to make a few extra dollars. So whenever I film, say we're filming in Syracuse and we book a place, I'll say, I need 3 local businesses that want to put their business ad. So there'll be a commercial break in the middle of the episode, and you'll see Sales Cigar Shop. It'll pop up, have Sales Cigars, his phone number is addressed on city. Maria's Hair Salon, he'll pop up. We get 3 of those every episode. They throw $100 in to put them in, so that's another $300 on top of what the restaurants pay me. So you get 6 shows a month, and they each get 3 sponsors. It's a good month. Right now, this season alone, we're averaging between 8 to 10 shows. In July, we got a record 12 shows in 1 month. So 3 every week. And we got a big one coming up next Friday. We landed 2 huge shows this summer. Next Friday night, we're going to be filming with the Syracuse Mets.
Wow.
And Tim Tebow.
Yeah, we need.
And we're hoping to get on the field, which I think we're going to get some access to all the concessions to try all the food. I talked to the general manager, Jason Small. He's all excited to have us there filming. We should have some access to go maybe while the players are stretching, taking BP. I'll kind of ask them about Syracuse food and what they like about the city and being with the Mets and stuff. Fireworks at the end of the night. So we pretty much going to have a lot of access throughout the whole stadium that night. So it's going to be pretty cool.
That's awesome. It's VIP access. That's sweet.
That is pretty cool.
Sweet.
So that's a big one we landed. Then the other one is we're going to be filming at the State Fair this year. So we're going to be hitting all the places and just trying
That's
food,
insane.
drinks, like as many stands as we can.
So how did you, not to get into I don't like to ask financial stuff, but Syracuse Fair, a lot of different vendors,
They each pitch in a certain amount.
So do you ask each vendor, or do you just ask the State Fair and they say, okay, go ahead?
No, I just ask each vendor, would you like to participate? Will be a quick segment. Basically what I'm going to do there is go up to the thing, hey, Bill, welcome to, it's a Utica thing, Charlie DeChristine out of Utica.
Okay.
So I'll go up, hey, Charlie, hey, Bill, how you doing? Welcome to our place. Okay, Charlie, what's your most popular thing here? I want you to showcase it. He'll tell me what it is. We'll go in the truck. Loft will film it, put it together quick, serve it to me. I'll take a couple bites, tell him what it is. Man, that's awesome. Great job. Fist pump. Off to the next place. And we're hoping to get about 10 vendors. So we'll try 10 different foods. And I'm going to try to get about 5 wine slushy places. You got to have something to soak that food
You got to hit the wine slushy.
So if I can get 15 places to do it, and then we're going to have a little fun. We might go on a couple rides. We want to show everything that goes on the State Fair because this is something they're going to promote for their website, which will have our name on it, which will be pretty big. I'm trying to land entertainment for that night to interview, and I got somebody in mind. I'm trying to work on their publicist is supposed to be reaching out to me, but we're trying to do the day that Vince Neil from Motley Crue is there to try and interview him in the back and bring him some food. Have him try it, see what he thinks, which would be a big, huge boost for our show, no doubt.
That's
sweet.
actually crazy.
I like listening to him talk because even though we don't do the same thing, it's kind of the same path we're on, sort of thing. Like trying to get sponsors for our episodes, and
Absolutely.
like he said, the State Fair is a big thing for him. Him being a guest is a big thing for us. You know what I mean? So it's like a small scale thing.
Literally, a huge help was him coming out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm going to help promote you guys too. Obviously, we put this out there. I'm going to share it and get the word out that what you guys do. Give them your website, give them your YouTube channel to go and check out your stuff.
No, yeah, we appreciate it.
That's how you work together, man.
But that's actually so crazy how, if you really look, take a step back, because we're here. Let's walk back 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're begging. Not even. I don't want to say begging because that kind of seems like.
He was using his network and his resources, but
just
small
doing
scale.
anything you could to get an episode.
Oh yeah.
Now you're literally going to one of the biggest fairs in the country.
Yep.
And you're gonna be, hopefully, interviewing one of the biggest stars in the country again.
Right.
So it's just 5 years later.
Yeah.
That shows what commitment does.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because we've had some cool special guests on this show over the years. We had Rich Mancini. He was on Hell's Kitchen, so we talked a little bit about Gordon Ramsay being on the show. We had the Sestito boys, Tommy and Timmy, were guests on the show at Ocean Blue. 2 NHL players. We had Frank Cosmo, lead singer of the band Boston, was on one of my shows. We had the Beekman boys, who had a reality show on TV for years. They're very popular. So we've had Rob Esch. He was a goalie for the Flyers for years. So we do look for special guests and try to find when we're in the area if we could look. I just had one of the greatest Syracuse football players of all time, linebacker Dan Conley, on my show. Set a record for the most tackles ever, and that probably never be broken. He was a guest on a show in Baldwinsville, a place called Angry Garlic, and while we were off camera, he said, "This is your full-time job?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "It's going to be the best job ever." He goes, "If you ever want me to come on another one of your shows, let me know." He goes, "I love it." And not only, when we go in, we order a couple things we want to try. Dan ordered about 8 things to try.
He's got to be a big boy.
He goes, "Bill, I'm 320 pounds."
Yeah.
He goes, I go, "All right." So we ate a lot of food with Dan there. So he's going to be, I just talked to him, he's going to be a guest on his show coming up in Utica. I'm going to bring him to Utica one night. So I'm going to have Dan Conley, former Syracuse linebacker, Byron Abraham, former Syracuse fullback, and a guy named Steve Babowitz, who played with the Knicks, a kid from Notre Dame for a short time.
Wow.
So we have 3 guests on in one show. We're going to be doing that at Michael T's.
That's
Utica.
insane. So another question I had. So what would you consider yourself, real quick, so I can finish the question? Do you consider yourself like a food critic, or more of like a reviewer? Like, what do you consider what you do? Are you like a taste tester, or a critic? Like,
you know what? I would say a critic, just because these restaurants are paying me to promote them, so I won't say anything bad on camera.
that was my question.
Which is, so that kind of takes that part out of it. If I didn't get paid to do what I did, and I could say whatever I want,
Yeah.
kind of like Dave Portnoy from
Portnoy, yeah.
You know, I mean, he just kind of, they don't pay him to do it. I could probably say a few things, but here's the thing: if I have a bad meal, off the camera, I'll let the cook know. I'll let the owner know. Say, "Listen, that burger was way overcooked. It was so salty." Most of the time, they're very receptive to it. They're like, "Oh my God, thank you. I'm glad somebody told us." And they've had a couple times where they're like, "Are you freaking kidding me? That's our." I go, "It was lousy. It was just lousy."
So,
We've-
keep going. Sorry.
We've had a couple places where the food's been pretty tough to try to promote.
That's exactly what I wanted to get into. So, if these places are paying you to eat there
Mhm.
or try their food or whatever,
Yep.
it almost comes down to like not your morals, but like where do you draw the line to where you'd almost give them? Have you ever gave someone their money back and be like, "Dude, I'm sorry, I can't promote that." Man.
I haven't. No, I haven't done that. I try to be honest, when you go in these places, most of the time they're on their A game. I mean,
Yeah, I would
they
be.
know they're going to be on the camera. They're going to cook it to perfection. They're going to make it. And like I said, to be honest, out of 250 shows that we've already done, there's been 3 places that's been pretty bad, and 2 of them are already closed. So it happens. I mean, you're going to get, yeah. You know, and you just might get a bad meal, but the rest of the food might be great. So just depending what you order, what they serve you, and everybody's taste buds are different. So some I might not like, somebody else might. Now I'm going to give you an example, but I'm not going to tell you the place. It's one of the 3, though. This place was famous for their burgers. They have 2 items. I shouldn't even say that. Okay,
Oh,
I'm
man.
not going to tell you my items on the menu. But 99% of the people come in this place get a burger, hamburger or a cheeseburger. So the place is jam-packed. There's a line to get in. We're filming. I go, "Oh my God, this is awesome." So we're in the back, watching them put the meat together, put it on the grill. It's all fresh. I go, "Man, this is beautiful." I love a good burger. So we go sit down. They bring it out. They cut it in half. Me and my son are at the table. I go, "You ready?" I go, "Can't wait. We've been hearing about this. There's plaques on the wall, voted #1 burger, this and that." I go, "All right, man, let's take a bite." We both take a bite, and we stop and we're looking at each other. And I'm just looking. I'm not chewing. And my camera guy's like this, and he's looking like, "What the hell are you guys doing? Talk or something." I could barely swallow it. It was so bad. I don't know what was wrong with it. Everybody in the place was eating the same burger that came out of that same batch that I was eating. So now the owners are watching us. I'm like, "Oh my God!" It's like, okay. I go, "Different taste, good flavor." I'm going. So I get through it, and then they walk away, and I'm going, that was probably the worst tasting thing I ever had. So my camera guy eats burgers, so I had him take a bite. He goes, he had to spit it out. I don't know, and I went around to all the tables that interviewing. "What do you like about?" "Oh my God, this is the best burger anywhere around." I'm going, what the hell did I eat then? All 3 of us said the same thing. So that was a tough one for me to kind of promote. I would go back and try it again because it just had to be something in that one batch.
I feel like if honestly, did you watch him make it?
I did watch him make it.
I was gonna say maybe they tried, like they knew he was eating it, so they tried to like mix some extra shit in it.
Something different.
But he watched
give
it,
me,
so
like,
I guess
some
not.
insight to
I did
that.
watch it.
Was it like a taste? Was it a dryness? Like, which way are you leaning towards? Like what was wrong with it? Because now I'm curious. I gotta know.
You know what?
He said he couldn't chew it.
The taste
Fucking
was just
sucked.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was just it was. Now I don't eat much fast food, but if I'm traveling and I'm starving, I see a McDonald's, I'll grab a cheeseburger and I can eat it.
Yeah.
I'll eat 5 of them. So I should be able to eat a burger that's voted the #1 burger in this part of the state, no problem. And I took one bite and I was done. I just couldn't. So there had to be something, whether the meat was bad, or maybe just that's how the meat is in this part of New York. It was terrible.
You know what? I'm kind of thinking what Mason said. I think maybe they like overdid it.
Overdid it and just
Tried to make it too good.
Throw it all in
Yeah.
there because he'll like it. He'll like more seasoning.
Right. No, it was no taste to it. It was just.
Oh, so maybe there's.
It was
brutal. Shit, yeah.
It was bad.
So you talking about McDonald's kind of brings me to a question I had later on down the list. Is it hard for you nowadays to just eat somewhere? Like can you just go out with the family or a friend and grab a beer and a burger?
Mm-hmm.
Or is every time you put something in your mouth, you're like, fuck, man, this ain't good? Like,
No.
do you
Honest to
critique
God,
everything you eat?
I do, and it's funny because anytime I go into a place, there's always, oh my God, you're the food guy, and I get that all the time. And then some people are like, oh my God, where's the cameras? I go, no, I'm not filming today. I'm just coming in to get dinner. I'm not. And I get that all the time. The other day I was going up to Cooperstown, and I went to the thruway in Herkimer, and I pull up, and the guy goes, hey, you're that food guy. I watch you all the time. I love your show. Where are you going to eat now? I go, I'm just going to visit some people. I go, not eating today. No cameras. But it's funny. I love to go out and eat, and I don't really critique it. I don't take a bite and I'll go, oh my God, this is compared to anything else. I just enjoy food. I just enjoy eating.
Well, that last name. How can you like that?
You got
Vinci,
to.
the
Yeah,
I. You know
I
you're
know.
Italian.
Yeah.
You know how Italians eat.
We do like our food. Absolutely.
All right, so when you go to a restaurant or anywhere that serves food, and I know you kind of said this earlier, you kind of pick a couple things you want, but is it always, because like they pay you, or most of the time they pay you, is it always like, hey, we'll pay you, come promote anything on our menu, or is it like, hey, we want you to come promote our chicken wing? Like, do they sometimes pick the food, or do you always get the pick?
Yeah, it's a little both. A lot of times they'll say, what do you want to try? And I pick a dish out. Lafayette will pick a dish out. My son will pick a dish out. And then we say, well, let's do an appetizer too. We're going to try that. So we order a couple things. The guy go, oh, man, you got to try. I'm going to send you out this too, or I'm going to send you out this too. So like last night, we did a show at a place called Skip's Fish Fry in Oswego. And all week I've been saying, I want that lobster roll that you've been posting. Awesome. Yep.
Had a nice lemon on the side of it.
Lemon on the side, dipped in a lot of butter on a buttered hot dog roll. So the first thing they do is, all right, we're going to make you that lobster roll. I took one bite of it. The butter was coming down my face. I was sweating. It was so good. I even did a little shimmy. I did the Mark Jackson shimmy. I was so happy about it. Lafayette was laughing about that.
Those are hard to find around here.
They are. It's got to be it can't be the imitation stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to be the real lobster. And so we ate that. So I'm like, all right, I'll try something else. Well, he goes, I'm going to send you out a seafood platter. So it's haddock, french fries, shrimp, and scallops. I want you to try the New England clam chowder. And then I'm going to make you a dish of broiled scallops and broiled shrimp. Then mozzarella sticks. Mamma mia. So, that's a lot of food. And I ate as much as I could, but I boxed a lot home, and I had the leftover shrimp and scallops today, mixed them with a linguine, some crushed pepper on it. Another dinner. See, I don't have to even go to the grocery store. Look, RJ's getting excited hearing about that.
Dude, we wish we had your job.
I know.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of mod sticks, I don't want no free publicity, but who cares? Have you ever had the mod sticks at DeSalvo's?
I haven't.
No.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness!
What's different about
free
it?
plugs, man, but we have to.
We have to. We got no affiliation with DeSalvo's.
Okay.
No.
These things, I could vouch for them. Homemade, each and every one of them. About this can, maybe a little bigger than this. Length and width is the size of these. With what do they got on? They got a little Parmesan on top.
Yeah,
they got parsley.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know how to describe them.
They give you 4.
They come with 4.
Right.
They're about $10, and I'm like, yo, let's split the mod sticks and get something else.
Right.
And people are like, nah, I want my own mod sticks. I'm like, all right, good luck. You eat 4 of those mod sticks, 3, you're done.
Really?
They're insanely
Heavy,
good,
too.
and they're heavy.
Oh, and you ain't crapping for a year.
Oh, I can imagine.
So
It's
insane.
probably fresh mozzarella that he uses, I'm guessing.
I can't
I mean,
vouch for what's in the
I don't
kitchen,
know.
Not sure.
but I can tell you what comes out of it. It's
But
great. I don't know
it's
if it's
good stuff.
fresh. I'm not an
It's
Italian,
probably
obviously.
the only
That's-
fresh mod sticks around here. I
No.
don't know anyone else's hand.
Not
It's
many,
hand
there's-
rolling them
Right.
No,
or hand making.
I know
them.
Delmonico's does the fresh ones, and you can tell as soon as you take a bite out of them.
Yeah, you can just tell the difference.
Yeah. Now I have had buffalo mott sticks recently, which are amazing.
Where at?
Oh boy, this was out in Syracuse. So they get the fresh mozzarella sticks, dip them in wing sauce, side of blue cheese. Man, let me tell you, that's something.
Those are insane.
That
Oh,
sounds
that
pretty
actually
good.
sounds so
Yeah,
good.
now, that could be a.
That might be the first time we ever gave a shout out to someone that doesn't
Wow.
have any affiliation with us at all.
Sometimes you just got to.
If
If
you
you're
have
doing
to,
something
man.
right,
You
then
have to.
people deserve to know. At
No.
this
That
point.
you know what that might. I would actually ask Rich for a dish of those for one of the next shows, right? You gave him a
You
plug-in,
know-
maybe give you a little order of mozzarella sticks.
we,
I have to say,
we might have to now.
me and a few coworkers went there last Friday for my friend's birthday, for a coworker's birthday. I got a bacon blue cheeseburger with a side of greens, no bun, no nothing. I honestly was so surprised. I haven't given him a chance yet because
Yeah.
I mean, I live on the Palisades, so if I eat food, I eat down there. I ate their burger. I get medium rare burgers.
Mhm.
It was cooked to perfection, medium rare. That thing was bleeding, and I loved it. And the greens were so tasty. I was like, holy shit, this place is
Really?
underrated. I mean, maybe it's not underrated, but for me, it was underrated. Wow, it was good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right, so get back on topic here.
He's got it. It's scripted right down perfect. You got this.
I got it.
rolling
yeah.
nice.
We got a time limit.
like
we
it.
got.
I gotcha.
I like.
I like
Let's
it.
talk about food, man.
I like.
Shit,
No,
for days.
I just
You-
like to make sure everything comes
he
back.
does. He gets
back
everything in. All right.
So to get back on here, something we both actually wanted to know is because we know what it takes to kind of get this podcast up and running. What does it take to have one of your shows come out? So like I know you work with 3 people, but as far as like equipment, money,
Right.
logistics, what does it actually take to get one episode done?
Usually, once we film an episode, Lafayette has his camera, has his lights in case we got a dark dungeon that we're filming in. He's got the tripod for when we're doing the interview where he sets it up, so you don't have to stand there with it. We film it. Usually takes about 2 hours at the restaurant. Once we film it, usually takes about 5 to 6 weeks to edit it, put the graphics in, the music, and then we get it out to social media. But it takes a little bit longer, and that's the only reason why is because we have so many shows. Like right now, he has 16 shows he's got to catch up on.
Yeah.
So we get out 2 or 3 a week. If we get it down under 10, they'll come out a lot faster than 5 or 6 weeks. Right now, we're out in about 2 months once we film to get it out to social media.
And is that like by choice that you're, I wouldn't say backed up. So like what we try to do is, I mean, because we're smaller scale, we try to be about 2 episodes ahead. So like this
Okay.
episode we're recording right now
Yep.
won't come out for 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
So are you purposely backed up like that, or is it you're so busy?
I think
Because
we're
either
just
way,
so
it's a
busy.
good thing.
Yeah, we're just
Is
so
it?
busy. I mean, like I said, season 1 through 4, if we got 6 shows a month, we were good. Now we're getting, May, June,
8 to 12.
and it's been 10 episodes every month. So
That's insane.
It's just, like I said, we're gonna hit 100 episodes in one season, and I don't think we've ever been over 45 before. So it just doubles everything. I mean, we got 46 shows. I even got 2 shows booked for 2020 already. So they're already booking for next year.
And the worst part is that's only going to grow as your credibility grows. Because, I mean, obviously you haven't capped. And I don't
Right.
think you will cap for a long time because people are starting to see, okay, this is legit.
Yeah. Oh,
Now
you know what the
All
biggest thing, RJ? Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I
No,
just
I was
couldn't
talking
hear him
away
in my
from the mic.
headphones.
One of the biggest things is people go, are you going to run out of restaurants? Never. Even in Rome, Utica, New Hartford, there's new restaurants opening up every month and places closing. And so there's always, big thing for me now is food trucks. People want me to come and film their food trucks. That's
There you
a
go.
huge thing. We just did 2 at What the Truck the last couple of weeks. We did a place called Mr. Z's, and we did a place called The Healthy Choice. And it was awesome. I mean, I love food trucks. I think they're one of the coolest things. I mean, you really got to work your tail off. You got to go where people are going to be. So we like helping promote them, which is pretty cool.
Actually, I have a follow-on question.
No, go
to
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
Say New York. All right, so you saturate New York.
Yep.
But your reputation's so good, and now people from outside of New York are reaching out to you. Where are you drawing the line anywhere, or are you just gonna keep growing?
You just stole my question. That was a good question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's a good question. I was gonna ask it.
Yeah. To be honest, I'd rather just stay in New York. I think New York's got the most diverse, unique food out of any state really in the country. We have such a blend of Mexican, Spanish, Greek, Lebanese, Italian. I mean, there's such a variety of food in New York. I just think New York's got the best food. I've been to different states, and nobody compares to what we got here. I mean, it really is.
Sure.
But I will bring something up that probably nobody else knows besides my family, a couple close friends. Was 2 years ago, I got an email from this lady, and she goes, "Hey, Bill," she goes, "my name is so-and-so. I'm from the Food Network. I was wondering if you would be interested in doing a Skype interview. We got contacted about your show, and I wanted to reach out to you." So I'm going, freak is this? I go, somebody going to find me in Rome, New York. So I ignored it. I ignored it for about 2 weeks.
Ooh,
So I had a girl who was a special guest on my show the summer before, Desiree Murphy, Rome girl. She's on Entertainment Tonight and Dance with the Stars. She does interviews a lot of the stars. She's a Rome girl. She was on my show. So she's out in Hollywood. I send her a message. I go, "Hey, Des, can you just look up this lady's name for me?" She goes, "Why?" I go, "She sent me an email. She wants to interview me." I go, "It's probably some spam thing." She goes, "All right." About 2 weeks later, she gets back to me. She goes, "Well, she's the director of the show Guy's Grocery List with Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
And
it's such a
she
good
was
show.
a producer on the show South Park." I go, "What?" She goes, "Why?" I go, "She wants to interview me for the Food Network." She goes, "Oh my God, are you kidding me?" So now I didn't respond to her right away. So now I'm scrambling to find that email. And I write this apology. I said, "I am so sorry to get back to you. I've been busy. We're traveling." I go, "I hope we can still do an interview." She goes, "Bill, absolutely." So now I'm on cloud nine. I'm going, holy cow, how can I be getting an interview? So I never did Skype before, so I had to get my computer all set up. I'm in the basement. I got my Empire Plate shirt on. Nobody's home. I got all the doors shut. So I'm really nervous now because I'm going, holy cow, I'm getting interviewed by a director of Guy Fieri, guy I watch and I pad in my show after. So we get on, and she goes, "Bill," she goes, "first thing I want to tell you is what I like about you, and I think you'd be good on the Food Network, is because you're very likable." She goes, I watch these, there's somebody in their, they have people, and I didn't know this, who just watch strictly YouTube all day, and they're looking for the next so-and-so. I mean, the lead singer of the band Journey was found on YouTube. So somebody in the office said, "Hey, check this guy out from upstate New York. He does a show kind of like Guy. We thought you might be interested." So she goes, with the customers, with the owners, she goes, "They seem to gravitate to you. You got." So I go, "Oh, well, that's cool." I go, that's a good sign." She goes, "So who does all your scripting and your writing for you?" I go, "What do you mean writing?" She goes, "Well, when you're reading off your book," I go, "I
Just
don't read
wings
off
it.
anything."
Yeah.
She goes, "You don't?" I go, "I just wing it." She goes, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yeah." I look at my camera guy. He'll go, "Let me know when you're ready." So I go, "Okay, what city we in? What is the place known for?" Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to think. All right, let's go. And he starts the camera, and we just wing it. Like right now, if you said, I could just, I'm thinking, "Hey guys, it's Bill Vinci from the Empire Plate Show. Today we're in Oswego, New York, going to a place called Skip's Fish Fry. The place is known for their haddock, their lobster roll, boom, boom, boom," and I just go through it. So she was kind of impressed with that. I go, my show is different than these scripted shows. I want to feel, when I go in these places, I want the people who are going to come in after we eat and feel the same experience that I do. When I try the food, you're seeing it for the first time on camera. I don't sample before and go, "Oh, I don't like this, make me something else."
Yeah.
When they bring the food on, that camera's rolling, and I'm eating whatever they put in front of me. So not one thing in our show is scripted. We have an outline of what we need in the episode, what we pattern, the interview, the cooking scene, interviews, and so forth. But everything else, man, we just wing it. So long story short, she goes, "All right, I love it. I love the idea." She goes, "What I probably would have you do if we bring you on is you would have to travel all over the country. Season 1 would be about 6 to 8 episodes. So you might be in Miami, at a mom and pop place on Monday. You might be in Ohio on Wednesday. You might be in California on Saturday. She goes, you're not going to have a lot of time, but we're going to do this all in about a month and a half.
Yeah.
And I go, holy cow. She goes, so the only time you're going to have rest is on your flight and at the hotel. You're going to be working long days, filming. I said, so what do I do the other, 10 and a half months? She goes, you go back to Rome, New York. You do your show. She goes, just think how many restaurants are going to bring you on because you're on the Food Network. I go, she goes, you'll be booking everything in New York. So anyway, I waited about a month and a half, 2 months. I sent her a message. I go, I thought it was too good to be true anyway. She goes, I got good news and bad news. I go, give me the bad news. The bad news is the Food Network's not looking for something what your show is doing right now. It's okay, understandable. The good news is you were spotted in Hollywood. Your name is out here. She goes, I guarantee you're going to get another shot, whether it's the Cooking Channel, the Travel Network. She said there's a brand new station that's out called the Vice Network.
Vice. I watch a lot of stuff on Vice. Yeah.
It's a lot of up-and-coming foodies.
Yeah.
And
what's his name? The fat white rapper with the
yes,
red beard.
Yes.
I sound like an idiot right now. What the hell's
I
his
can't
name?
think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
We got to get a fact checker on here.
Well, there's that one. There's the brothers who do the pizzas. The New York guys that do the pizzas. They travel all over the country.
What is
and they
this
just
guy's
eat pizza.
name, bro?
Yeah, he's a white
I know
rapper.
who it is. I feel
I
so
can see
dumb.
him. And he's a mess, but he's funny. And he's
Action Bronson. You know Action Bronson?
That's it.
So he's on the Vice channel, and
Yep.
he literally 350 pounds, smokes a bunch of pot and just eats food and just gives straight up, straight honest reviews on what he thinks about it. That's all he does. He just goes and Vice, like you said, a lot of up and coming stuff, or at least new school stuff where people can relate to it.
Right. So that's kind of my exciting story that I did get interviewed by the Food Network, and hopefully someday we'll be rocking the
Come full
network
circle.
at some time.
That'd be sweet. Something you said on there, just to pull it out, we kind of pride ourselves on the same thing, which is why I want to say it. Is like you said, a lot of your stuff isn't scripted. Mm-hmm. You're just real. And that's literally the name of our show is the Real Bar. So I have a script on my phone of everything I want to talk to you about. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time we've had this conversation. We didn't run through it prior to this.
Never.
We can go off track. I mean, I try to pull us back on, but like I said, we swear everything's just right here. It's real, and that's kind of what we pride the show on. Is we want this conversation to be the same as something you'd have at the Palisades or any bar where you get a little drunk, you start talking and rambling, and that's what we're doing here. So that's cool that you're literally doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're just
but then we find out
first
things like
reaction.
We had no questions on there to ask Bill about the Food Network. We would have never known unless he brought it up.
Right.
Yeah, and
that's just kind of how it goes.
That's something I never put. I didn't even want to put out there. Even to this day, I never went out and said, "Okay, I got an interview for." I tell my family, my friends, some of my close friends and stuff. But I mean, for something like that, it was cool. And she actually added me on Facebook. She follows the show, so I'm going. God, I got director that's watching my shows, and so that's kind of cool. It's kind of
Oh,
neat.
that's awesome.
Proud of. That's not.
Yeah.
I would have been screaming from the rooftop.
Yeah, I was
Seriously.
pretty excited. Yeah.
I'd make a T-shirt. I'd say I got interviewed by the Food Network. Did you?
I like it. I like it.
That's hilarious. That's sweet. And you know the issue though? You know how much money that lady's making for just watching YouTube videos? Because her job is to find the next best thing.
That's it.
Dude, they're making dough, dude. It's crazy.
Imagine how hungry she gets.
Hmm?
She gets so hungry watching all these shows, watching
I
watching
can
Bill
imagine.
review.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this shrimp scampi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I know.
All right, we got a couple more questions here.
Sure.
So you said off the rip on the beginning of the episode you had I guess your top 3 you said restaurants or foods something
Top
like that.
food, yeah.
So if you want to just give us maybe if you can remember them in the top of your head, I have top 3 written down. If you can remember 5, go for it. But if you have your top 3, give them a shout out. Tell us what they are.
So, best burger that I've ever had on the show was season 2, a place called the Council Rock Brewery in Cooperstown, New York.
Jeez.
Say it again.
It's the name of the restaurant's the Council Rock Brewery.
Okay,
It's out by
Council
Dream Parks. So this burger, it was a brioche roll. No, my fault. A pretzel roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Pretzel roll, which is unique right off the bat because
Yeah.
you don't get them often. A nice half-pound burger. Here's the kicker: it was New York State maple syrup infused bacon. So whether it was dipped in bacon or whatnot, but it was sweet as can be. The bacon, fried green tomatoes, and then it had a chipotle sauce over the top. So now you put that thing together. Now that first bite you take, you taste the really the New York State maple syrup, that sweetness. Then you got the saltiness of the bacon. Those fried green tomatoes, which you never see on anything. That's a kind of a rare thing. That burger was like as juicy as can be, and then that pretzel roll just kind of was firm enough where it kept everything together. And I got it on my page. It was probably the best taste. And it's funny, when we were filming the back, me and my son took a bite out of it, and all the cooks are watching. I took the bite, and I go, that was the best fucking burger I've ever had. And they started cracking up. And to this day, I said it's the best burger we ever had. So, Concert Rock Brewery, if you ever go out there, tell them you want to try the Empire Plate. It's not called the Empire Plate Burger, but say they'll know which burger it is out there. So, that was the best burger we had. The best chicken wings we've ever had, place up in Inlet, New York, called Screamin' Eagle. It was peanut butter wings.
Sirens.
You got.
Hey,
We're in the backyard for anyone who isn't actually watching on
as long as you're
YouTube.
not pulling in the driveway. There it
We're in the
goes.
backyard right now, so there's a fire truck that just drove by. But we're back on track now.
Screamin' Eagle peanut butter wings,
oh,
which I never had until I had them there, and I gotta tell you, creamy, sweet, salty from the wing, and then you could add a little shot of jelly on top. Man, killer wings, very very good wings.
odd, but it sounds like
Interesting. I'd try it.
Yeah, if you like peanut butter and you like wings, just put that combination together. It's not like a thick peanut butter. When they cook it, once you put that peanut butter, it's like a soft, it kind of melts over the wing. So you could actually get the wing and even keep scooping more peanut butter on it. And it just sticks to the, and it's out of this world. Screaming
Yeah,
Eagle.
When peanut butter gets hot, it kind of like turns into liquid form. So I can see what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sunday, you don't get that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
That's it right there. Close second is the Killebrew.
In Utica.
Killebrew, man. They were voted some of the best wings around for years, and
Really?
they're just good. Their everything sauce is probably the best I ever had. Pizza, I gotta say, and I tell people this: a place called Hot Off the Brick Oven. There's a
Heard of
place
it.
in Clark Mills, right at the Four Corner, and they open up a second location on Bank Place in Utica. It's about as authentic as a Brooklyn, New York City style pizza I've ever had. It's thin. The cheese on it, he uses the best cheese around. I've sent more people there to get, and there's a lot of great pizza places around the area, and I will promote every place that we've done. But I got to say, Mike Wally and Clark Mills in Utica has, right now, I think the best pizza around.
All right.
And the slices, honest to God, two of them like this, and a drink, not a fountain drink. You're talking a bottle drink for $6.
Oh, you can't beat that.
It's tough to finish those two slices, by the way.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. We got
There it is.
Cooperstown, New York. We got Inlet, New York, and we have Clark Mills for best 3 foods. I think he did a burger, chicken wings, and then pizza in that order. So if you guys want to run that back and go taste some of those foods, check them out for sure. I trust his opinion. I'll tell you that. So we have 3 more questions. We're kind of getting towards the end of it here. These are more of opinionated questions and advice sort of things I've written down. So for anyone who's listening to this, do you have any like advice for anyone who's trying to start their own business or like kind of branch out and do something a little different that's not on like the beaten path sort of thing?
Yeah, just be unique. Have fun with it. Like you said at the beginning of the show, who's got better than you? It is a great job, and you see all the fun parts on TV or on the internet, but there's a lot of work involved behind the scenes. If you don't book a show in a week, nobody gets paid for that week. So the next week you go, man, I need to get at least 2 shows to make up to pay for bills or groceries for that week. And there's been times where we've gone 2 or 3 weeks without a show where nobody's got paid, and next thing you know, you see your bills piling up. I go, all right, man, I got to start booking. So I'm out knocking on every door. Like, I'll just drive to different states. So, but it is worth it in the end. Like, you get to this point now where people are calling me, and now we're getting 8-10 shows a month. So find something unique, find something different, something you love to do. I mean, the first thing I like to do is get up in the morning and post what I'm going to post that morning. And if you see that in my posts, which you probably don't, they're at 3:30 in the morning. Because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get up in a couple hours to post where we're going next or release this new video. When you find that type of job, man, you know you're doing pretty good when you look forward to getting up every morning and getting out there. So just work hard and just stay with it. Don't get discouraged. I mean, you guys are doing something really cool right now, and if you like doing this, and I could see, I mean, podcasts are getting bigger and bigger, so this is cool. I like the outdoor thing. I know you guys did a few inside. This is cool. I think at nighttime it'd be really cool. Just sitting around a little fire, a couple cocktails in hand, having some food, and just shooting the shit. So
that's in our intro song.
That's actually in our intro.
It literally says just shooting the shit. Yeah. All right, another one. So as far as like business, excuse me. Wow, I can't talk. As far as business ventures.
Hello.
I can't even.
Cocktails did you have before? He didn't even.
I just
had
had
a bottle of water.
2 White Claws and a water. As far as business ventures and different avenues that you've taken and are still taking, is there anything that you're kind of doing different than Empire Plate? Do you have other stuff on the side? Do you have other jobs, stuff like that? Other businesses?
We did another show last year. It was called Ghost and Toast, and what we did was we looked for the most haunted restaurants in New York State, and we did 6 episodes. And we teamed up. A ghost crew reached out to me and said, "Hey, but we'd love to work with you." And if you go on Facebook page and go to Ghost and Toast, give us a like and watch our episodes. We got 4 of them out. We got to release 2 more. Basically, it's the Empire Plate meets the ghost hunters. So we do a food scene first, where they make us all this food. We sit at a table. We eat the food. We talk to the owners about what their experience here at their restaurant, what's going on. So we're eating the food. We're talking about that. After we're done eating, we all hold hands. We do a prayer so nobody gets hurt or anybody gets anything else. They set up all the equipment through the place. We shut the lights down, and then we send out 2 groups to different parts of the restaurant, and you ask questions, and things happen, and then we do we've done a seance in them with some crazy stuff. This is a whole nother show to talk about this one, but I got to tell you, some of the craziest, I'll tell you one quick thing. We were in a room upstairs at the Stife on Varick Street. You guys where the Stife is?
Yeah.
Empty room. We were 5 people, a camera guy on the other side. And now the owner of the Stife, Michelle, and Heather Delia, who owns Utica Roastin', were breaking my chops all night. They know I don't like ghosts. They're going, if there's somebody in here, touch Bill, push Bill, throw. I'm like, why me? I don't want to be fucking touched by anything. Leave me alone. So we're sitting there, they're laughing. Within probably 10 seconds, you see me look over my shoulder like this. I look forward and I look this way. It just felt like something was like almost breathing on my neck. All of a sudden, I feel something push me. I jumped so fast out of that chair. I screamed. Everybody screamed. I go, I got to get here. Something just touched me. And I left the room. It was, and it's on cable. You'll see the episode. And it was one of the funniest things. But it was creepy. I mean, so that was one of the shows we did. We did a season 1 on that. We had a blast doing that. I get calls from people who want to combine with me to do different things. Somebody wants to do a home cooking show where we go to backyard grills, and somebody says, "Hey, come to my house, film us cooking on the grill. We're going to show you how we do our ribs and pork and all this stuff." So there's a lot of ideas out there that you could do. So I'm always listening. I'm always up for new adventures and new things.
That's actually a really good idea.
Dude,
That'd be actually really, really, because a lot of people have those secret recipes.
Yeah,
before he came, I was actually talking to one of my boys, and they were like, "Oh, what's he gonna eat?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "A burger." They're like, "You making it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm making it." And they I didn't know they meant me. I just thought like, "Are you is it from you?" I was like, "Yeah, it's from like our sponsor or whatever." And they were like, "Oh, you should make them one of your burgers." Not that they're like famous or good or anything, but I was like, "Dude, that would have been a good idea." Because even if he said it was complete dog shit, I could have tossed that on the grill and be like, "Here, try this."
Try that.
That would have been cool. Not that I'm like looking to get anywhere in cooking or grilling, but that would have been cool to have it been our food.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it.
That idea is actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
That's cool for sure. And then 2 more questions, but I'm gonna tie them in together. Is so do you have any advice for us personally, me and RJ, the Real Bar Podcast, on how we can improve, how we can network better, get more sponsors, just do anything better in general? And then the second part of the question is, did you enjoy your time here? Anything like that? What was your experience like?
Yeah. Well, I definitely like the vibe of this. This is cool. I think if we were inside a day like this, it kind of be what's the word I want to use? Not depressing, but
like bittersweet, kind of.
Kind of. This is more open. I mean, you hear the birds chirping, you hear the sirens going by. I like this vibe. I like being outside. It's kind of like you're at a campsite. You're at a outdoor fire pit, just hanging out. Like you said, shooting the shit with people. Mm-hmm. This is cool. I think you guys should kind of stay with this type of theme out here whenever you can.
Weather permitting. Yeah.
Which is weather permitting, absolutely. As far as social media and stuff, you guys are new. You're in your second season. Just keep pushing it. Keep putting it out there. Do some giveaways, even with the Palisades as being a sponsor. Hey, if you share this post, tag 5 friends, like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, we'll give you a $10 gift certificate in a week. Just kind of keep pushing stuff out there. A lot of good pictures. I know Jasmine was doing some pictures before. The more content that you get out there, the more people are going to see it, and it's going to spread. So on that aspect, I think, and I like the way you guys kind of filtered and fed off each other, which is good. That's not an easy thing to do when you got two hosts going back and forth. Yeah. You guys were kind of feeding off each other nice, kind of bouncing back and forth. You did have everything set the way you wanted, which is good. You got a time limit, so you got to stay on that thing. No, but besides that, the show was cool. I had a great time. It's just like hanging out with some friends and just hanging out and shooting the shit, talking a little bit about different things. I would definitely come back on again if you guys had me, maybe season 3 or something, talk about some new ventures or something. But yeah, awesome. This is cool. It's a good show you got here, and I like what you guys are doing. I'll definitely be watching.
Nice, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much for that.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything else you want to ask him before I kind of wrap it up?
No, wrap it up, buddy.
So guys, everyone that's listening, still listening, it's been about a little over an hour. I appreciate you guys listening, watching, wherever you're at. This has been another episode of The Real Bar. You can find this on YouTube, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spotify, especially iTunes, everyone. Try to give us some more views over on iTunes since it took us so long to get on there. We appreciate everyone that's listening. I hope everyone has a great week. Bill, we appreciate you coming on.
Thank
it was
you for
awesome.
having me, man. Good time.
RJ, as always, it was nice talking, man. And I hope everyone has a great week, and we'll talk to you guys later. This has been The Real Bar, and we'll see you. Peace.